animal spirit card of the day. So the way that I'm doing these videos, if I haven't explained it too well in the other videos, is I will take one card from each of these decks, and I will go ahead and do a separate video for each of those cards, just to make the videos very, very quick. And what it's going to describe is the energies of the day. And of course, this is for anybody who's watching. It'll happen within those 24 hours, more or less. So, here we go. Let's see what the animal spirit card of the day is. Now, I'm also going to throw in a little bit of the information from the other two cards, which for the Rider Tarot Waite was the Six of Swords, and for the Fairies Oracle deck, we had the Arval Parrot in reverse. All right, so let's see what the general energies are. All right, and we're ready to draw one card. Oh, well, looks like one card wanted to come out already. Right here we have the Raccoon. The Raccoon is an Earth-type energy. The Raccoon is one of those cards that shows innate talents that are inside of us. The Raccoon is also one of those creatures that, well, when you look at this card, he's hiding in the dark, right? Or he's hiding himself. Maybe he's hiding his abilities, hiding his talents, physically, keeping himself from, sharing his talents and things like that. So this denotes that there's some people out there who have a skill or a talent, and if we throw in the Arval Parrot, then the ideas behind the Raccoon is that he has skills, he has talents, he has abilities. He's just unsure of himself. So the Raccoon will hide in the shadows until the moment that it feels that its skill is necessary, then it comes out. Now, because the Raccoon was in the upright rather than the reverse, I feel like a lot of you guys are reaching this stage where you guys are realizing your innate talents. You guys are realizing what you're good at. And, of course, when you realize what you're good at, you kind of doubt yourself because, there may be other people that say that you're not really good at it or whatever. Doesn't really matter. We already know that. But with the Raccoon, I feel like some people have talents that they need to share, or at least they need to explore first, and then move into using it, sharing it, and, basically sharing their gift with the world. Now, I feel that because the Gazelle was at the bottom of this deck, and this is just an extra here, but the Gazelle in and of itself is talking about projects that are nearing completion or projects that are nearing their end. Usually the Gazelle in and of itself deals with elegance, it deals with style, it deals with grace. So whatever this is that you're ending, maybe it's a period of you not having had confidence in yourself. Maybe it was a period of time where there could have been people that were telling you that, oh, you have no skill in that, but you know you do, right? And, of course, now it's going to be the time for you to start putting it into action. So let me go ahead and read from the book. That way we can get an even greater sense of what the Raccoon means. And, you guys might actually be able to draw some contextual meaning out of it. Okay, so we're dealing with the Earth. The Raccoon is talented, shadowy, and in hiding. So the Raccoon energy is at play within all artists, to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. So maybe some of you guys out there, whoever's watching this video, or maybe somebody you know, may have some type of musical talent with instruments, singing, or maybe some way of using it as a creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. So some of you guys might be scared of what success can bring. I would say that the best way to get yourself out of that situation is to tell yourself, well, can it be worse than where you're at right now? Because if you tell yourself that it's not worse than where you're at right now, you're actually going to get yourself there. So, sometimes a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. So this is coming out of ego. This for some might actually come out of vanity as well. Um, I would say that in terms of trying to balance this energy, though, um, try to be a generous friend, or try to hang around people who are generous. Also, if you're an exceptional artist, I would say start putting your music out there. Start putting your artistry out there, whatever it is, whether it's design, whether it's music, whether it's instrumental. It doesn't matter. Somebody out there is going to be more than likely willing to use it to help themselves as well, and they're willing to help you in the process as well. Now, some ways to tell whether this energy is like in balance, out of balance, or anything like that is, well, how would I best put it? If you're starving for attention, right? Like you're looking for recognition, things like that. I myself was in that spot too before, and well, it's not a very good place. I could tell you very well that it will leave you wanting, it will leave you expecting, and because expectations lead to disappointment, and they lead to basically angry behavior when, or whatever it is that your disposition is. It's best not to set expectations, but to at least have a vision for the future. So, how do you want to bring it into balance? Make something new. If you know you have your talents, you know you have skills and abilities in a certain trait, a certain category of life, make some new work. That's the best way to tell yourself, hey, look, you have the talents, you have the skills, you're making something right now. You're making something right now. So, Raccoon energy, very interesting. If we toss this in with the other two cards that came out today, which is the Arval Parrot in the reverse, talking about communication that may be blocked, as well as the Six of Swords, which is moving away from something that was no longer fulfilling. At this point, we could say that there is something more fulfilling on the other side, and that's new work, that's new creations. That means do it. Earlier, I was thinking about making this video here, and I seen a license plate sign that said THNDOIT, and I looked at it. I was like, do it, and I was like, oh, then do it, and I was like, wow, straight message from the universe. Watch out for those messages too. Something like, then do it, just do it. Get started with it. The time is now. All of these types of messages, if you start to see them in your reality, let those be guiding posts to getting whatever it is that you know you need to get done for the purpose of your higher good and for the good of everybody else around you. So with that, I will go ahead and leave you guys. You guys take care. This is Tarot and Astrology for All, signing out. And if you guys find this helpful, if you find this advice is going to be helpful for somebody else, go ahead and share it. If you feel that it's useful for you, like it. If you feel like you want to subscribe and see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video. You guys take care, have a good night, and shine bright, my stars.